the Valhalla Ventures, ReidGuideService.com, ReiguideService.com. And I just wanted to real quick say that you got to stop listening to what people say. You got to stop listening to what people say. You got to stop listening to what people say. Stop listening to what people say. Trust but verify, or some crap like that. The amount of people that get into this business that just follow what everybody else is doing is insane. Not everybody else is doing it right, because if everybody else was doing it right, then there would just be nothing but investors all over. Everybody would be a success story, but that's not the case. 99% of people are doing it wrong. That's why 1% of people are super, super successful in the real estate game. Okay? I get in discussions with people where I'm just trying to give them a real basic knowledge. You can tell that they're not real familiar with certain terms. They ask questions that just make it so it's obvious that they're a newbie. They don't really have an idea of what it is that they're doing, and they don't know the terminology. They don't know the rules. And you just try to explain something real simple to them, and in response, instead of being grateful, instead of saying thank you, they'll argue and say, no, I've read this. No, I've read this. And then instead of arguing, you just present facts, and they'll give you a reason why those facts aren't valid. Like I'm talking about like Investopedia link. I'm talking about screenshots from reputable companies that are mimicking what it is that you're trying to say. And people will just argue and argue and argue and argue with you about things that make no sense whatsoever. And so I don't really want to argue. I hate arguing. I love arguing if I think that it's going to come to something. Like if we're going to argue about like how many square foot is the perfect square footage. Cool. If we're going to argue about our perfect square footage, like on a single family home, if we're going to argue about like what's the perfect investment in real estate, is it like, strip centers, is this, you're going to argue all your points. I'm going to argue all my points, and they're going to be factual. But we've come to a point where that's not what happens. And you really just got to pay attention to who's arguing with facts and who's arguing with feelings. Who's arguing with facts and who's just saying things that validate your preconceived notions of how things are. Yeah, everybody else is doing it. Because how everybody else is doing it is a really, really shitty margin to measure things by. Because, like I said, not everybody's rich. Most people are failing. The turnover rate in these investment clubs and groups and mentorships and all that, it's incredible. Most people aren't going to follow through and do what they need to do. So doing what most people are doing is just silly. You got to do what you need to do to make yourself successful. And that is not do what everybody else is saying, but we'll really look at where are the people that are where you want to be. You want to be a billionaire? You have to do billionaire shit. You want to be a millionaire? You got to do millionaire shit. But listening to people that are on Facebook or, Instagram or Twitter or any of these other groups, or even, meetups, listening to people at meetups. If they're trying and they're being nice, you don't have to be rude. You don't have to be insulting. You don't have to be like, rah, 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 rah. But you don't have to listen to them either. So if you really know what you're doing, this advice is nothing to you. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what you're doing and you're trying to learning what people are trying to convey to you and why is very important. And so going to meetups and listening to people and going to groups and events that's free, sometimes even maybe spend a little money if it does offer some other value depending on the speakers. You really just got to take everything with a grain of salt and say, oh, okay, well, this is what they said. Because maybe what they're saying is completely and totally legitimate and it's just not going to work for you. But you need to figure that out. You can't just assume everything's going to work for you. Anyway, I've had a lot of people reaching out via the website, thevalhallaventures.com or ReidGuideService.com, ReiguideService.com, and asking me about a lot of questions about stuff that they've heard and rumors, and a lot of the stuff is just real silly, and it's easy to just research and figure it out and be like, it doesn't necessarily have to be this or this, and it have to be there's some gray areas. I'm frustrated, as you might be able to tell. The business is always going to be what the business is going to be, and I really do love it, and there's great money, there's great opportunity. You get to bless others, you get to bless yourself, you get to bless your family, you can build a legacy, and there's other ways to do it. There's other ways besides real estate to do it, but it's the one that I'm most passionate about, and I really like it. And so if I can get other people that are passionate about it, if I can, find someone that's at that same level as I am, And I'm not talking about level of success. I'm talking about a level of passion. If I can work with people that have that same level of passion to dedication to not caring about failing and being okay with getting up off the ground after they fall and not lying about it, yeah, I fell. Do y'all see that? It was horrible. It was awful. I fell and I'm back up again. That's the kind of people I want to do business with. And I'm constantly out there reaching out and trying to find people and trying to help people when I can, because that's what I'm looking for, connections and like-minded individuals, those that are equally yoked, all those kind of sayings. Anyway, be blessed, be blessed, bless others. Reach out if you got any questions. You can find me on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter. It's like the Valhalla Ventures on most of them if you look it up. I don't have any vanity accounts on the YouTube, so whatever. But anyway, thevalhallaventures.com, reiguideservice.com, REIGUIDESERV. REIGUIDESERVICE.com. Have a great week. I'm going to be uploading a couple of videos on YouTube, or at least one video this week. And then I will be uploading a couple of more documents on the website. And those documents will be available for you to download so that you can use those for free. I'm going to be doing a advanced walkthrough for first-time property investors. So it's going to be for residential. It's going to be available up there. If you want to take a look at that, feel free. It should be up there by Friday, and today is Wednesday. So it'll be up there. Anyway, have a great rest of your week, and hopefully check out all my content. Tell everybody how amazing I am. Reach out to your friends and family and say, you got to check this guy out. He wears his hat backwards, and most of the time wears sunglasses, but can't find them today. Been foggy and nasty out, so I haven't needed them. Anyway, that's it. This has gone way over. I'm done.